and hello and welcome to Keep Posting Mares. It's been quite a long time, very long time, and a lot has happened. Mics have changed, people have been banned, and the channel, an entire channel, is gone. This is Eggs Over Easy, your host, and I'm joined today with quite a few individuals here. So going up the list, I'm joined tonight by Pandela.
Mares. I love mares.
That's a very nice opinion. Mod Enjoyer.
Mod is best pony can convince me otherwise.
Might have to do some convincing later on then.
All right.
Lunar Madness.
I'd have to disagree with the mod comment because Luna's technically the best pony, but
And best princess.
definitely the best princess.
Interesting. All right then. And then we have Fish.
The slash MLP YouTube channel is dead and I'm dancing on the grave.
Mashallah, mashallah.
Jeez. You got a lot of people out there that are either happy about it, that finally the evil boogeyman slash MLP YouTube channel is gone, and then you have others out there that are just like, what are you guys doing? We lost so much content. But I think the real loss here is just the work that was just lost. I mean, you had all the ITTs there, you had the podcast, well, secret unlisted podcasts, and all these other videos that were there. And so it is a blow to the archive stuff. So as per usual, as always, I will start off and say, whatever videos you like, whatever videos you think that might go down because, spicy content, because let's be honest, YouTube isn't what it was before, 5 years ago or 10 years ago. Archive everything. Okay? Doesn't matter if it's a YouTube video, if it's a story on FimFic, or even art. Archive everything.
Yeah, just use YTDLP. It works on like virtually every domain that has a video player on it. You just give it the URL and you got the video instantly.
Perfect. Pandala, if you know any other archive sites, please give them to me,
That's
and I'll
a
add them into the description box below because we're all about that archiving here.
yeah, it's actually an open source tool you can run on your desktop. So you don't have to depend on a web service for it.
Amazing. Okay, well, first topic here. Let's just get out of the way. So the slash
Anyways.
MLP YouTube channel, it's just gone. It's fucking gone. And what finally got it? Well, here's the thread, and here it is. The slash MLP YouTube channel is dead. Say what you want about it, but it's been up and active on and off since October of 2013. This may be the first time you've hearing about this. You may be tired of hearing about this, but this was something I and a lot of people cared about one way or another. Use this thread as the channel's wake. And of course, the name in the field is Femphiliacs. Now, the email in question. Okay, I'm not sure if the recording's gonna catch that, but that was wonderful. That was wonderful. The email in question here was just, for those that are just listening rather than watching, because of course some of these images are going to be pop up on your screen, is that it violated multiple policies and policies that violate YouTube's nudity and sexual content. So not good at all. So just I'm
Big
just
fucky lucky.
big fucky wucky indeed. I mean, there was multiple individuals in the server and just DMing Femphiliac saying, hey, there are these things here that you might want to check out. Hey, vet your stuff, but he never did. I wish the man was here to defend himself, but unfortunately he's off and away. So hopefully in the next episode he might be on. If not, well, here's your chance to possibly put a comment so you can directly read it. So starting down the list, Pandela, what is your opinion on the downfall and death of the Slash MLP YouTube channel?
Honestly, I didn't pay much attention to the drama most of the time. Half the time I'm just trying to find good pony content that is either posted there or shared there, what have you. And then the other half, I just want to talk to people and shit post and yeah. But lately, while all this shit's been going down, I've just been working and then playing Breath of the Wild because I don't give a fuck about any of it. I don't got time for that shit. It's for the birds, you know. It sucks that it's gone, but uh, it was inevitable.
Okay, okay. Mod Enjoyer, what's your 2 cents on the dead corpse that we can see over there? What's your 2 cents?
To go off of the last one's point, it was inevitable. Actually surprised that it lasted as long as it did, with how much fucking shit that probably breaks like modern like YouTube's quote unquote standards. How many videos were on that channel before it got deleted, if I may ask?
According to the thread, it says 733, yeah, 733 videos linked across countless posts in the archives and playlists are now dead. So, according to that guy, it's 733, but there could be more,
How
there could
many
be
were
less.
archived?
Yeah,
Unknown,
and
unknown. There are
Huh.
archives in the threads. People are posting them around, but it's an unknown number because not everyone was archiving everything as they should.
Rip.
yeah. With that many videos and how, there really was an effort to censor a lot of the quote unquote no words now with, the modern day site, it's not surprising it would get taken down eventually. So it's not really that surprising, but it's still devastating. I mean, uh, like as a mod enjoyer, I kind of took a break from the fandom, but she brought me back and I found the server, found the YouTube channel. So it's a bit saddening to just see another part of the past kind of just die, but it was inevitable. To be truthful
Yeah.
with you.
Okay. Yeah, it was inevitable.
Amen, brother.
It was. It
Amen.
was. As Daddy Jim once said, YouTube isn't as it used to be, and we should all
Yeah.
probably listen to Daddy Jim a little bit more. But oh, that time has passed. Okay. Well then,
Yes.
Bring
Lunar
back
Madness.
equals 3.
To bring back
Um,
equals 3. Let's
I've
bring
got
it.
to echo a lot of what Pandela said in Mod Enjoyer. It did seem kind of inevitable just because YouTube is run by assholes. Um, and judging from on the thread, there's some interesting examples of other stuff they allow, but that take issues with 5 seconds of of an explicit pony image. It's kind of just, and they banned the channel for that. It's just
Lol.
they're just yeah, they're going to do it sooner or later, and it does suck, but uh, I hope most of it was archived. Um, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, we have
What
a
do we do?
controversial opinion right here, and I already know he's cooking up an opinion right here. So, Fish, what was your opinion on the death of the Slash MLP YouTube channel? Because I hear you have some spice things to say, so the floor is yours.
I didn't really care because I stopped caring about the channel when the podcast died. I think I know the podcast isn't really well look. Oh, shit, give me a second. I know the podcast isn't liked on the board, but I enjoyed just seeing people talk and uh, just be retarded every
Yeah.
week. And when that stopped, I really just stopped caring about the channel.
That is true. There's always a lot of controversy in those threads saying like, "Oh, you guys need to bring back the podcast. The podcast builds you guys, but then you guys won't do it. You guys rather do like this or that." And podcast was ultimately ignored. Eventually, it was taken down. There are some allegations out there. Not sure if they hold up, but an individual that goes by the name of Spec, he was the one that originally reported the podcast. So that's why they were put in a private, unlisted playlist or whatever the heck you do it nowadays. I believe they're on PonyTube, so that's another archive link that we're gonna put down in the description below for you guys if you guys want to start putting more and more stuff to archive PonyTube. So, one thing I do want to discuss with you guys, the thread, as much of the drama and random things that were just, being tossed around in there were some things to think about here. And maybe for the future of any content creator that wishes to, try and do something similar to the Slash MLP YouTube channel. So these are some questions that individuals want to, give the channel, whether if it's this channel or any other channel that anyone else wants to make, to think about. What would the board like to see from the quote unquote slash YouTube channel team? Again, that's just something to think about. There shouldn't be a official /MLP YouTube channel. I think the board should not have one that is controlled by people that don't really browse the board. I'm just gonna say that right there. Um,
Exactly.
a couple other questions to go down the list if you guys want to, or you guys just want to answer the first one, then we can go to the other questions.
Mares.
Mares, perfect answer, perfect answer.
Mod.
Mod, perfect answer. Um, I think the big one was what projects would you like us to try again? So projects. I think Fish brought up a good point. Even though the podcast wasn't as great as it can be, and let's be honest here, podcasts are pretty much bottom of the barrel when it comes to content, but it is very easy to make.
Yeah.
Would anyone like to continue these podcasts? Whether if it's just something slapped together or something more with higher production, like that's an idea to go for. Um, let's see. What would you like to say?
I'd say, yeah, I'd be fine with anyone really doing a pod. Like, as long as they browse the board, I'm interested in what they have to say, even if it's something stupid. It's, I think, while anonymity is fun, and I do enjoy just not knowing who's posting what on the board, I think being able to put a name to someone's retardation is also pretty fun.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Wait. What Fish said.
I will say this. Before the channel was deleted, I did take screen caps of things that people would like to see. And at the time of me taking the screen cap, there was like 3,600 plus subscribers on the channel. So, plenty of comments were posted. And here are some things that were also similarly asked beforehand. And this was taken, I want to say, yes, the screenshot was taken back in June 10th. So these are some of the questions here. Realistically, what would you like to see on the channel? More podcasts, more D&D campaigns, how to draw ponies with different art styles as guests. Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase that. How to draw ponies with different artists as guests. Yep, there you go. How to write green text with different authors as guests. And then, any other ideas, please let us know below. There were 17 total comments. And just real quick, it was just, again, podcast, draw friends and write friends giving lessons. That would be pretty fun. I prefer more the D&D and podcast, but that's up to you. Someone says I want my old friends back. I mean, come on, Bill
Yeah.
Children. Bring back the MLP podcast. That'd be awesome. That was by Doom Van Boom. Drawing mares would be nice. More mares. Mares. So common
I
theme is,
love
is
them.
mares. Yes, I do too. I try to draw one every day.
I love them.
Whoa, epic. But yes, I think the biggest takeaway from all this is listen to your fucking audience. If they want something, keep giving it to them. Just improve upon it. If you have other people that can come in and hopefully assist in it, do it. I mean, I get it. There is an issue of like, oh, I'm keep doing this thing and I'm not happy with it anymore. If you can find a couple individuals that you can entrust it with, then give it away. You don't always have to hold the mantle. So, are there any other things that you guys would potentially like to see if you had the choice? If you had your top choice of more content to see that isn't just, bottom of the barrel podcast, what would it be? So just starting from the bottom, Pandela, what would you like to see if you had the chance?
Uh, a pony, a real-time pony, AI, TV show made in collaboration with the board. That was like it was like open source, so that like we could all fine tune all the settings on it and make it a really good TV show, just like they made like Soviets really good together as a community, as one. Yeah, that type shit.
Based answer, based answer. Mod
Because
enjoyer.
you can do it,
Oh,
you can do
sorry.
it in
Yep.
Blender
Blender.
pretty easily. Yeah, using Blender to control 3D models, it's a matter of making a framework that makes that connects like OpenAI or Chat GPT or whatever your shit is, and then you combine that with something like TalkNet, so you get text to speech.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
doable. It just needs some Blender bros just to lend a helping hand.
I was gonna say it doesn't even have to be like state of the art like modeling and this and that. Like if it's just ponies on the screen that look decent,
Yeah,
people are
like
gonna
it's
like
just a
it.
placeholder.
Yeah, like I'm sure people would like even laugh if it was just like boxes that look like ponies. It had like the four little legs running around.
And- but
Be
we have the Game Loft models,
that's also a thing. I mean, look at
and
Draw.
they have 400 plus animations in them.
Oh yes. I mean, look at Draw Somewhere in his mentally advanced series. Look where he started. Art isn't the
Yeah,
greatest, but the writing was amazing. That's all that really matters. So
yeah,
keep that in mind. All those artists out there, if you really want to join and do something together, the board's always there. Bale's always there. Bale always needs more people. All right then, Monenjoyer, what about your 2 cents?
I feel like we should have more appreciation for writers, like fanfic writers, screen text writers, etc. Because a lot of the success of the fandom came from them. They were like the backbone for like a lot of the success of the early days, the art, etc. It's they were in a lot of ways the backbone. I feel like in the last few years that's kind of suffered. There's really no like writer or green text like writer that's like getting any attention or really stands out. I feel like we could maybe start like interviewing some of them. I told you before how I told you before like before this podcast began like in DMs like a long time ago how I asked that one writer I really enjoyed, and he gave me this like really nice like conversation about the characters, the motives, etc. for like paragraphs, which just shows me that these people, they tend not to get like attention that they really need. So when someone's actually interested, they really open up and give like a lot of insight personally. So if we could have that, maybe like interview some of these people who have done like some of the quote unquote more well-known fics, I feel like that could really help it, and I feel like it could maybe give some inspiration to future writers who can then do their own, you know, fics, green text, etc., which would then, help the fandom a lot personally. But that's my opinion.
It's a really good opinion. I mean, that's basically just returning to the roots, as you said before. I mean, let's be honest
Exactly.
here. Like everyone started off doing simple things. Like besides the animators and artists that clearly had, I'm not saying all of them, but a good chunk of them had like prior experience. Writers and musicians as well, prior experience. But yeah, you're completely correct. It seems like writing is often the one that gets, put at the back. No one really cares. So much appreciation for them for continuing their craft,
Exactly.
especially the green
Hmm.
text out there and stuff like that. The wonderful green
Yeah.
text. I understand that life happens and they can't continue them, and it is what it is. But
Mhm.
yes, thank you for the writers because I've read plenty of one-off stories, and you know they don't continue because again, no one really gives them the time of day, unfortunately. So I think a little
That or they get
appreciation.
shit on for the most like random stuff ever.
Yeah. So I know the whole thing about validation and whatnot, but I mean, let's be honest here. A little appreciation goes a long way. So I completely agree with that.
Exactly.
Completely agree with that. Lunar Madness. If there was one thing you would like, just one thing you can see consistently, of course, what would it be?
One thing we did a while back, which I thought was a pretty good, fun thing, was like a short, like fanfic writing contest. Not really a contest, but just like you'd have 30 minutes to write something up. I don't know if that ever got uploaded to the channel, but I thought that was pretty fun. Might be worth trying that again. I think it's become a lot harder to do good podcasts just because there's not too much going on in the fandom to talk about that isn't too like ridiculous drama, like interpersonal drama crap. Uh, Not a lot of people want to talk about G5. Uh, so there's just like most topics I'd say have already been covered. So I think if you were to continue with podcasts, you have to kind of have a good idea of what's going to be discussed beforehand. Um, and yeah, I like the idea. brought up earlier about like maybe using the game loft models for some sort of shorts or just just stupidity. Um, yeah, I think there's some opportunity there if people can figure that out. Unfortunately, I don't have the skills to do that myself. Yeah,
No, thank you for your 2 cents. And yeah, I think you have a point there when it comes to creating content. I think those workshops do in fact help. You know, when you have 35 minutes or 45 minutes or even an hour to like make something, you know,
yeah, an
kind of
hour's good.
an hour is good. Probably 30 minutes to an hour. That's probably the sweet spot. You just basically have to put like those creative juices into overdrive, and I think it's a wonderful idea. Even if it's just something, because that would be like something constant being created, basically. You know, and if you really want to go back, you can go back and improve upon it. You know, no one's saying, hey, don't do that. It's just me personally, and I'm sure for many of those that are probably listening as well, I tend to work a little bit better under stress. So seeing that clock go down and saying, this blank canvas needs something. You know, I have to do something because when you have this unlimited time, people think it's a blessing, but in fact it's a curse because oh, I have more time. I could put it off. Da 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 da. And procrastination takes hold and all hell breaks loose. One thing you said that caught my attention, and then I'll move on to Fish over here just real quick, is about the podcast stuff. And in fact, yes, we're all just gonna keep going into green here that it's the bottom of the barrel. Sure. But if you get people that actually have topics, interesting things to talk about, um, it can be something good. You know, it doesn't always have to be drama. It doesn't. I know the quote of the servers, we know drama, but there are still plenty of fanfics. There are still plenty of songs. There's still plenty of stories. There's plenty of art that needs to be, spoken upon. You know, so I think on the next episode, I'm gonna go try and do some little bit of research and find some things that aren't as, well, known, and we could probably talk about it. You know, short one-off stories, green text stories, even some pics of art or something like that. Something fun we can do. Doesn't always have to be drama. Doesn't always have to be a big happening. It could just be topics that we could talk about, stuff like that. And real quick about G5, trash. It's awful. Animation's
Yeah.
terrible. There's no there's and I hate to use it, but there is no soul. They don't even move right. They're like dogs, mate. They're like dogs. So
Not
sorry.
to mention, one of them keeps getting fatter and fatter by each episode.
Yeah, that's something interesting that I think only a
Well, okay,
couple.
that might not. That kind of sounds,
Yeah, some
kind of
people
good.
think that's
It's horrible. I've watched it. I don't like it. The animation is just, oh, look how epic this is. Like, oh, cool. Anyone can add a screen shake to anything. So, Fish, if you had anything at all that you would like to make or do or anything, you had the power to do so. You had the talent. You had this experience. What would it be? What would you like to see? What would you like to do?
Well, make. I don't think I have enough talent to make what I want, but uh, something that was started on the channel just before it died was the Equestria Bound Let's Play, and I think I'd like to see more of that kind of thing
Yeah.
where people play through like old MOP games that people just probably forgot about, even in the slash MOP Discord. Uh, there was a night where one of the members was playing a bunch of old games, and I really enjoyed that. So I probably just like that more little let's plays showing old games that probably didn't get a lot of attention when they released.
It sounds like a wonderful idea, honestly. There's plenty of games that I think can even deserve some remasters. Tales of the Blank, pretty spooky story for some people. I think a remaster would be kind of cool, you know. But yeah, good answers. I like them all. Me personally, same thing with Mod Enjoyer. I would like to see more appreciation for writers out there. The AI people as well. They do a lot of work out there for those voices and a lot of work for the art. So I think they also deserve more praise and attention. But yeah, personally, I like podcasts because I work very long hours and I need something to listen to. So if anyone's out there that can make a better podcast, by all means, please do so. Okay, so on to the next topic, real quick. Marefair. So Marefair,
Merry fair,
just
merry fair, merry fair.
Marefair.
There.
Very fair. Out of curiosity, show of hands here. Who's going to Marefair? So
I'm
names.
sticking my hopes up halfway.
Mm,
If you cannot see,
I hope to make it there.
you hope
I
to make
already
it.
bought my plane ticket.
Okay, so at least one guarantee and two maybes. Okay,
yeah,
not too bad. Not too bad. Um, as much as all the people on Twitter would make you like to believe, and also those weirdos that I don't know why they're still even in the fandom, even though they're clearly furries, would like you to believe, Airfare is still a thing. It's happening.
yeah,
Um, let
It's
me
gonna
just
be
make sure.
life changing.
Experience, truly.
Yes.
You just have to be there. You truly have
Yes.
to be there. So, Marefair, just for those that are living under a rock, is a pony convention. Um,
based.
it is it's everything G4. Okay, G4, possibly previous generations, not G5 though. I think there's no G5 yet. Let's see, but
Ponies only.
ponies only, no dogs allowed. Um,
Lol.
there is what's it called? There is a location. I'm trying to open everything because I'm personally not going. I have obligations at work, unfortunately. But I did buy a sponsor badge, or rather, I'm going to. I already have some money set aside for that, so maybe after this podcast, I'll go ahead and buy it. But yeah, it's going to be held in September 29th through October 1st. Um, let's see. In the time of this recording, it is. Excuse me. I have to like find my notes here. Okay, there you go. There is a video that was put up there for Marefair that I will put in the link in the description below that will do a more amazing job than some autists like myself. But basically, if you want a G4 pony event to go to, by all means go to Marefair. There's not going to be any, excuse me, there's not going to be any anime, not going to be any furry, there's not going to be any of that bullshit. So tired of being scanned by Trotcon types, you're not going to see them. Trotcon was probably the last straw for many individuals, so they decided to finally do this. And there's a rumor going on that possibly a Mayor Fair organizer might be on next episode. So if you guys have any questions, by all means leave them down in the comment section below, and they'll do their best to answer them. So I'm excited for it to happen. Worst comes to worst, it might be a video for Internet Historian.
Fair, fair.
Mayor Fair. No one else wants to add anything to that?
It's
Um,
either going to go really well or it's going to be a complete disaster. It's not going to be in between, probably.
I'm sure there's going to be some hiccups at the con itself because there always are, but I don't think there's going to be anything too big unless some like autist does something really stupid. But I
Yeah, unless like
hope
someone like commits pony jihad.
only jihad.
Pony
Yeah,
jihad.
the somebody decides the path to Equestria involves like I don't know something that
Destroying the
something with
convention.
explosives or fire, but that probably won't happen. So
They have a fucking like they have like a Lyra plushie strapped to their fucking like chest and they're like filled with like dynamite.
Oh god. It's Panorite.
yeah, I honestly like a lot of the board people seem to like, even though the board is like really fucked up sometimes, a lot of them are, most of them are like less fucked up than some of the other aspects of the fandom. So hopefully there won't be anything too ridiculous.
I doubt it will. It's in good hoops. This convention. The
I,
people in charge of it
yeah, I would go ahead and
haven't ever let us down.
yeah, I mean, I would go ahead and say that a lot of people that are in fact in charge of this convention really do care. Like that's the biggest thing. Like they actually care about Pony, about Mare, about the show, about the fandom and stuff like that. You don't have any as far
About the
as
community.
yeah, the community itself. Like they straight up love it. It's not individuals out there only doing it for clout. It's not individuals out there only doing it for money or any of those like, selfish reasons. These are
Y-
individuals that are giving back to the community.
Yeah, you don't get the sense that at some of these other cons, you get the sense that some of the people there are kind of just trying to ride it to something else.
To
Uh,
glory.
yeah, yeah, just and would be willing to abandon it at the first opportunity. But I think a lot of the people behind this con are Marefair are more passionate about just the love of pony in general. Uh, yeah,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's perfect. You're not gonna see no Saber Spark there or Dusty Cat or anything like that. Like, literal who's that haven't done anything for the fandom in years and years and years. So, just also that's a thing. Um, but yeah, nothing's gonna happen. There's just people out there, typical probably suspects, doing little red herrings, little false flags in the threads. But you're gonna be fine, Euros. I know a lot of you are worried, but you're gonna be fine. You know.
yeah. I'm sure some of the Europeans have read that are picturing Florida as some sort of anarchist like Mad Max state now, but it really isn't.
They're thinking of it as like, yeah, some anarchist Mad Max Fallout type deal, alligators running around and individuals, with chain guns and driving, state of the art like military like, no, it's not. Like, you're going to a really nice area, and links will be in the description if you are interested in going to Marefair. And if you can't go to Marefair, but you will like at least want to support it, then they do have a spirit badge. So, any closing remarks for Marefair before we move on to our last and more wholesome topic?
Go to Marefair.
Um,
Give
I
us your
know,
shekels.
I know that like in a lot of other a- parts of the fandom, the slash MOP has a kind of bad reputation because it's 4chan, and 4chan, they're all steroid hackers that are evil racists, and but I mean, if somehow you stumbled across this podcast and you only just heard about this con, don't be dissuaded from the fact that it's the organizers are from like slash MOPs. Well, some of them at least. I think all of them, maybe, I don't know. Uh, like they're they're just people like anyone else. They're not crazy, despite whatever you've heard.
Okay.
I do a bad job of selling stuff, so maybe I should refrain from selling stuff.
No, I mean, like, it's true what you say. Uh, the main core of it is that these are people that care. They're not doing it for anything. They've for the longest time they kept it as a secret. I'm not really sure if there's a Twitter or anything like that because, I don't use Twitter and I don't use any, major social media. I guess people are like, oh, no, I really don't. But you're not gonna see them, pretending to be these almighty individuals that we have come to see um, with other cons. Especially with Trotcon or, before BronyCon and,
By the
all
way,
these other places. Go ahead.
have you seen the pre like registered for Trotcon? It's like completely empty.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest here, like a real quick segue before we go into the more wholesome content. TrotCon done fucked up. I mean, a lot of people were upset. I wasn't personally there. Was anyone actually there in this group? Or is it just
For the
people for
for the
TrotCon?
previous Trotcon,
Yeah, the one that, the first con after all the lockdowns, the base trot con and this and that and this and that. Like, were you there? or no?
Uh, I was there for it. There's some. I didn't see too much of the drama, but there was apparently within like the staff there was some like notice to be on the watch for anon fillies because it's like some nonsense about it
The
being like
dog
a
whistle.
symbol. Yeah, some dog whistle. It was just some statement written by like someone with an axe to grind and talking out their ass. And
I remember Octavia being on that list, like as a potential dog whistle. I'm like, what the fuck?
oh yeah, Clown Octavia was another
Leave
Yeah.
potential
Octavia
dog
alone.
whistle.
Poor
Just
Octavia.
yeah, you get these people who are so politicized that they see imaginary like dog whistles everywhere and think people are out to get them, and they just bring down the whole con. And yeah,
Yeah, if anyone wants any more like what's the story? There was more insight about that. A little bit of shilling, I know, a little bit of shilling, but in the Mares and Stuff YouTube channel, there was a large group that had a little bit of a roundtable discussion about Trotcon last year. So I know between this, what is it? This channel of Mares and Stuff, as well as it was also published on Slash MLP and other places as well. A lot of people were just not happy about TrotCon. It was hyped up, and then they go there and they just realize like, why are there why is there so much red tape? Why is I can't even go anywhere without like having these weird organizers like breathing down my neck and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I'll go ahead and link that because that just has more individuals besides Lunar Madness talking about the subject. A lot of people put their 2 cents in there, and it was rather interesting.
yeah.
So
Some of the hall monitor types were a bit too aggressive, let's say, about their duties. It's like, okay, you're just supposed to. You're not like some. You're not like RoboCop or something enforcing the law here. You're just keeping things orderly, and they act like it's just stupid stuff.
yeah, it's really ridiculous. You'd love to see it, but I'm glad. I'm glad this happened. They got what they deserved. They listened to a vocal minority and they paid the price for it. So they got what they deserved.
I don't want to see another PonyCon like go under, but I do hope they get a wake up call that hey, we're doing stuff to uh, some of the things we've been doing are isolating parts of the community, and we're losing out on that, and we're suffering because of that. And hopefully, they do some introspection and make some changes. So maybe that will happen. Maybe it won't. Yeah.
I mean, you do have a more better point there. That is true. The last thing I do want to see is another con just dying because of some individuals' inefficiency of like reading the room or just not even caring about the con itself because that was also just a freaking horrible thing that happened. Okay. Well, on to a more wholesome topic. Um, I probably should have posted these one by one, but um, I don't think I am very dumb, low IQ, peanut brain. So if I can all direct you to the Keep Posting Mares little channel over there. I posted some art from the Bale thread. We're gonna go down the little gallery here. These are some that caught my attention. Um, I'll also link the thread. At least at the time of the recording, it is the Bale thread number 33. So I will link it if anyone's more interested in seeing more art. But these were some of them that caught my eye. So here we go. Down the list here. So, of course, your numbers are going to be posted on the screen, if just in
Okay.
case I read them wrong. So they'll be posted on the screen. So this Anon that goes by the post number of 40085,973. What do you think about this picture? Does it
Is
do
that
anything for
supposed
you?
is that supposed to be fucking Celestia's daughter?
I have no idea.
It looks like it.
Let's see. So as the little thing goes here, a little post that comes along with an image here. It says the longer I work on something, the harder I complain about it afterwards, apparently. So here it goes. Took so long that I had to skip a prompt, and the result was not worth it. It's just so meh. Poorly planned expressions, so the idea lacks any impact. Overcomplicated main that distracts and still looks meh. I'm guessing myself through eyes. Grammar? I'm guessing myself through eyes, ears, and snouts. Always have. And I think it shows. Hate the Phillies' eyes, despite being as loose as I can, with the line art and coloring. It still took forever, and and that's the worst thing about it. Something not working out is okay, but spending a bunch of time on it really drags. I'm going to set myself a strict time period for today's prompt. Let's see how that works out. So, um, let's see here. I will say this to you, Anon. Artists are their own harshest critics. This is some good fucking art that I'm looking at. Okay? Sure. Maybe the head on Celestia is a little too big, but it's good. It's really good. Even the secondary image on the right, it's really good. So don't be so hard on yourself. Any other comments here? Fish, do you see the art piece? Do you have any comments on it?
Yeah, I see it. I don't know. I don't really know anything about drawing or art. I just know, I mean, like it looks good. That's pretty much going to be my answer for all these. It looks good. I don't really know anything about drawing or nothing.
I'm I'm so confused about the backstory. Is this supposed to be like Celestia's daughter? And why is there like a serious like photo of her like right next to it? Is it supposed to like is it supposed to be like after she died or whatever? Because she looks like kind of depressed in like the photo like right next to this.
I think it's that reference of and if I find the picture, I'll add it on post production. But I think it's that reference of like the person like hunting down like war criminals. They'll see like a picture of somebody like they look
Uh,
all like like typical like ooh big bad guy.
You mean the anime girl?
Yes, if you
She was like a
if
kindergarten teacher, and then someone's holding a photo of her in like the Nazi uniform.
yeah, something like that, something like that. I mean, if you have the image as a reference, like please by all means post it. But I think that's the idea that they're trying to convey.
so Princess Celestia is a war criminal in this universe, in this picture. Okay.
I mean, let's be honest here. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of alternative egos that she once had, but made the ass blogs all rest in peace.
Bro. Never talk about what she did to the Griffins, please.
Celestia, did she truly do anything wrong?
She didn't.
What about you, Pendel? I know you're an artsy guy. What's your opinion on this piece? Okay, Pendel is
It
fucking
might be
dead.
dead.
First man to die on the podcast. Amazing. All right then. Well, right below, we have also another art piece that caught our attention here, and the post number. If I can find it real quick, give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the post number here is to the poster here 400900029. Here is your art piece right there, the pink pony. And the only comment that was left on this image was drew a pony. So individuals out here are asking what her favorite ice cream flavor is, and it's clearly strawberry. But other than that, though, there's no other comments besides calling her cute, which she is. She's very cute.
Well, actually, wasn't there a whole thread that particular pony got? I thought, yeah, let me link it. Uh, 1 second. What channel should I put this in?
Oh yeah. I'll put it on. Keep posting theirs. I know exactly what thread you're talking about.
Oh, okay. If you know the one, but yeah, so there's a bit more discussion in there,
Okay.
but mostly not too much about the character itself, but just a lot of comments that it's good art.
Oh my god. I'll link the thread under this art piece. Um, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, you're right. I don't know. I'm bad at choosing names. The artist says, and I'll sure, I'm sure you'll come up with a name. She looks like a very lovely pone. Um, yeah, we had some cute names like Tender Love from the term of tender love and care, Soft Spot to have a soft spot for something or someone, dearly beloved for that shit said at Wendy at I was about to say at Wendy's. For that
I
shit
love Wendy's.
I love Wendy's chili. From that shit said at weddings, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today, blah blah blah. Um, and yeah, a normal name would be Millie, and then Pink Whore. Yeah,
Pink Four.
yeah, the
Very accurate.
very accurate.
I don't know why this came up to me, but I thought of like Pink Sherbert for a name randomly.
Yeah, sure, Bert.
I gotta go, but guys, I gotta wake up in 5 hours, four
Okay,
hours.
okay. Well, thank you for joining us. If you gotta go,
Yeah, exactly.
Of course. I appreciate. Thanks for having me on.
not a
Mm.
problem.
See you at Marefair.
See you at Marefair. Okay. Yeah, cute pink pony. All right then. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Two more to go. As always, got the post number right here. So let's pull that up. And here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's gonna be very. There you go. Okay, here we go. So this image was drawn because of a prompt. It says, draw a pony who is dead tired. Draw a pony who's running on empty. So post number, here we go. 400943990. What do you think about this sleeping mare?
It. I feel like if you just have like a copy of this, then you like lock it up somewhere for 100 years, someone will think like an actual artist, like some fucking painter made this.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. You know what? Just for you, I'm gonna make this as my profile picture. So whoever you are, this image speaks to me. Because I feel like shit sometimes when I come home, and that's the exact same face I do. So thank you for a new profile picture. Okay? Thank you. Anyone else, or that's it?
What's her name again? I forgot her name.
Actually, they didn't get a name. It just says the just draw one running on empty or dead tired. I want to say that's a canon character, but
I'm
I'm
pretty sure that's a
confused.
canon character. I just forgot her fucking name. It's one of the like obscure Ponyville mares that a lot of people like to fantasize about on the board. Probably.
Yeah, no, probably.
I just forgot her fucking name.
Yeah, pretty sure I've seen her before, but I can't remember the name either. I'd be interested to know exactly like how they did that. Just the art style. I mean, the almost looks like uh,
It looks like
like
a fucking Dutch painting. A painting.
you're like an oil painting in
Yeah.
some respects. But yeah, I wonder what program they use for that or what tools. That's pretty cool.
I mean, it looks like a digital art piece, um, possibly like acrylic. So there's also that. Um, but there isn't any information, unfortunately, on how they drew it. There's only one person saying nice brushy texture. Use small brush sizes too to finish up those edges, so it's not so scratchy. But I mean, I kind of like it like this. I mean, Mod Enjoyer has a good point. I mean, it just looks like something you see at a cafe, like this random image that you see in the corner or something like that. This is just my opinion.
Exactly.
Okay, well, here we go. This is gonna be our last image here for tonight, and then we're just gonna come together and do a little sign off. So here we go. This is from post number 4009931. Um, the comment right here says, let's see. So they are replying to some individual. When I imagine a cube in my head, it's constantly moving and rotating and morphing. I can't keep it still for even a second. Is that the same for you guys? Can you imagine a cube and hold it still in your mind? How clear is your cube? Can you count its faces? Really curious to see how normal my imagination is. So, right here, this person basically answered their question by drawing something for them. So they said, try imagining a cube. It was initially vague, gray scaled cube, and then Swelly Swirl, which is a character that pops up actually a lot in the bell threads. I really like her. Went around playing around with the cube, hiding behind it, while one went around trying to catch her. After a bit of Swelly went about adding color to the cube, since I'm not too good at doing that, painting the sides green and purple, the top yellow, and the hidden face pink. Also, the cube is very stationary. The image is my attempt at capturing those thoughts. I presume this is more out there than probably what imagination is presumed to be slash do. And then the spoiled um, comment here is probably doesn't help that it's a formless creature that permeates some of one's thoughts went around taking this from after being formless for the longest time. I guess whatever floats your boat. So, besides my horrible reading and pronunciation, um, this is an interesting idea. I like the fact that they just drew everything instead of just like talking about it. So, anyone else want to take a jab at it?
That's some of the most like abstract art shows I've ever heard in my entire life. Jesus.
I liked it. I mean, it's literally
I
their
like this.
imagination on paper. I mean, I'm sure you
Yeah.
probably could have read that better because you write better than me, and you probably read better than me. So maybe I'll give the mantle to you from like reading comments because I'm. It sounds like I'm dyslexic here.
It's fine. It's fine. It just seems like something I would like read, like right next to like a painting, like a very like abstract painting, honestly, about someone's imagination.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's yeah. Fish, Lunar Madness. Any thoughts? I don't want this to be a two-man show here.
Uh, that's pretty impressive for just the reply to a post just about like imagining a cube. That's well done to the artist. Yeah.
I guess I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't know anything about art. I can't really. I don't feel comfortable commenting on this because I don't know enough to like give advice or anything. I just think it looks nice.
Okay. All right then. Well, thank you all for joining me. I really mean that. I really wish we had more individuals. I really wish I can have more energy, but it is very late at night, and I don't want any more noise complaints. All you gotta know is that the current Trotcon thread that's been up since Tuesday, well, they only have 63 replies, 15 images, and 35 unique posters. So
Right.
just keep that in mind. I don't know any of these literal who's besides Ali Ray, but pardon me.
The only way you could convince me to fucking go to that con is if fucking Ingrid Nilsson herself came there. That's it.
Exactly. I mean, there's images of the con as you mentioned before, and it is in fact very very dead, very very dead. Um, I will have to ask around and see if anyone I know is there, but doesn't look like too much is really going off. So we'll keep you guys updated on the next episode because maybe that'll be up after this is done. And if we can find anyone out there, some boots on the ground, we'll be sure to ask them to join us and tell us their tales of TrotCon 2023. So, as much as I love to hear myself speak and talk and all that kind of stuff, it's time for us all to go. So the self-fellatio ends now. Um, Thank you to Pandela, even though he's not here. He
Yeah.
was here and he had to go to sleepy sleep, so there we go. And I will ask him either when he wakes up or hopefully he can respond to me right now. What are those archive links? So if you guys want to save anything else, and if you guys don't feel too comfortable using PonyTube or even your own YouTube channel, because again, YouTube is YouTube, there are other alternatives, as well as you just save it on your hard drive. So just think about that. So always archive everything that you like and love, because you never know when it's going to disappear. So Mon Enjoyer, sign off, please.
Mod Pie is always best pony there.
Okay. Lunar Madness.
Come to Marefair, I guess. And also, be sure to thank Princess Luna today for the night.
Oh,
Go ahead. Want to say something?
I almost forgot. If any mod cosplayers are going to are thinking about show up, please show up. We need as many mod cosplayers at Marefair as possible. So there you go.
Okay. Anyone else? Fish? Fish?
Oh, do you want me to sign off?
Yes.
I guess if you are a Philly enjoyer, please join the /LP YouTube channel Discord so that we can overwhelm them.
Oh no. No. Don't do it. Save
Billy
yourselves.
Enjoyer. That's a diplomatic way.
Oh man. If you have any I don't even know how to say this, but don't do it. Don't do it. That's all I'm gonna say. Just don't do it. But yeah, this has been your host, Eggs Over Easy. I hope that was a well enough, decent pilot. I know it's been a while, but that's what we got so far. And more stuff is on the way. We just got to get more individuals in here. And we'll see you guys again for the next one. So, this has been the show. Keep posting mares. Thank you to the Pepperoni Ponies Pizza for hosting this episode.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everyone.